So tonight is all about rosemary. Rosemary is one of those that has really grown on me because it is an everything oil. Kind of like oh my gosh, what did we talk about last month? Now, of course, I'm blanking out. Whatever we talked about last month was an everything oil. Lavender's an everything oil, peppermint. So rosemary is definitely in that like everything camp. So I'm going to tell you why that is. But first I'm going to give you a little backstory on like where and how we get rosemary oil. It is always fascinating to me to know the background of things. So that is why I share that with you. So rosemary originally came from Spain. You steam distill the leaves of the rosemary plant. And so they're it almost looks like a tiny, like little pine tree with the little long, thin, pointy leaves. So the benefits to it are huge. And of course, for compliance reasons, I can't even tell you everything that rosemary does, but I will tell you, get one of these books. The newer ones are a little more pretty. It's called the Home Reference. You can get them from Life and Science Publishing, or you can find them on Amazon or eBay. Or I do have some, if you're local to me, I have some of the smaller ones, but that book is huge. It's like the essential oil Bible almost. It pretty much has everything. Hey, you think you could pipe down a little bit while I'm trying to do this?
Can I have that keyboard bear?
Can you what?
You have that keyboard bear.
Okay. So getting one of those is definitely something if you are serious about using your oils for their full potential. Getting the desk reference or the home reference is definitely a must-have. Okay, so some of the benefits of rosemary. So it repels pests. It supports the immune system. It encourages healthy hair and healthy growth. So I love adding it to my shampoo. You can use the vitality to add a note of spicy flavor to dishes and dips and dressings and marinades. It helps relieve stress and muscle tension. So it's a great one to apply like post-workout or if you do manual labor. Excuse me. It heightens focus and mental clarity. So this is a great one if you, homeschool to have, on during like homework hours, or like I add it to my office diffuser a lot, which you can't see. I add it to my office diffuser a lot when I'm in here, during business hours. Also, it supports healthy blood pressure. It protects the liver. It has anti-inflammatory properties. So again, that's another reason it's a great one to apply on muscles and joints and things like that. It is a key ingredient in the Thieves blend, in our insect repellent, in the purification blend for its odor fighting properties, and then its immune supporting properties and respiratory system. So can I go anywhere and buy a rosemary oil and have it be pure rosemary? No, not all essential oils are bottled the same. So again, if you know anything about me, you know that I am a big Young Living user and lover, and there is like reasons for that. I didn't just, He's eating. Well, then take it away from him, please. Gross. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you. Just go throw it in the trash, please. Okay. Sorry. The dog apparently is eating my underwear. Okay. Well, that's exciting. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So Young Living. So there are reasons that I choose. I gotta stop touching my hair. There are reasons that I choose Young Living. They offer the total package. So some people, grow the plants well, but they don't have the distilling experience, or they don't have the testing resources that Young Living does. Some people, have those resources, but they didn't control the plant, from seed to sending it to my home. And so Young Living has that whole package. They own their own farms, or they partner with people who agree to their standards. So no pesticides, any synthetics of any kind. They hand weed, or they, get creative and find that, sheep will eat everything but the lavender plants. And so they can use those to weed instead of hand weeding, just getting very creative. And it's fascinating to listen to the farm managers talk and hear their passion and their love for, environmentally friendly farming and, regenerative farming. It's amazing the water recirculation systems that Young Living has. They're just the OG. They're the best of the best. No alcohol or harsh chemicals used in the distilling process. If the oil does not meet their standards, they do not sell it. According to the FDA, only 5% of a bottle of oil needs to be actual real oil. The other 95% can be anything you want it to be. So if your company cuts corners, that could be alcohol, that could be something synthetic, that could be just carrier oil. And why would I pay, this price for a tiny, sample of oil? That just doesn't make any sense. So I only trust the best. So make sure you look at the background of your oil company, wherever you get your oils, and make sure that they have standards worth paying for. So yes, Young Living is expensive, but you pay for what you get. When I pay, and I don't even know how much a bottle of rosemary is, when I pay for a bottle of rosemary, I know that's what I'm getting in here. I know it's effective. I know it's going to be pure. I know it's going to have passed, I think, like 95 tests. I mean, it's an insane amount of testing that it goes through to get to my house. And then, yes, if you can ever go visit any of Young Living's farms, totally do it. It is so worth it. I'm so jealous of everyone who's just there at the Utah lavender farm this past week. So jealous of all of their experiences and photos and things. I've been to the farm twice now, and I mean, anytime I'm even like close to Utah for anything, I'm like, okay, how do I fit going to the farm into my trip? Okay, so we know where rosemary comes from, some of its benefits, and then the best company to get our rosemary from. So how do I use it? Because what's the point of buying it if I don't know how to use it? So there are 3 ways that you can use essential oils. You can apply it, you can breathe it, and you can consume it. You can apply rosemary oil. You can add it to a DIY body wash, hand soap, shampoo. Like I said, I make my own body wash and shampoo, and it's one of my favorites to put in my shampoo. Rosemary, lavender, and cedarwood are kind of the mermaid hair trio that encourage healthy hair, scalp, and growth. So those are my 3 kind of favorites. You can add it to a roller bottle. Oh, I was going to say I don't have any roller bottles on me. You can add it to a roller bottle and you can apply it. So you can apply it like to your, you can apply it to your wrists, the back of your neck, or along your spine, or your belly button are all great places, or the bottom of your feet, kind of depending what the purpose is of applying it. If it's to replace your perfumes, behind your ears would be a good spot. Your spine, all of the nerves in your body connect to your spine. So it's a great way to get it to your whole body and just apply it one spot. You can add it to Epsom salts and put it in a hot bath or a foot bath. We love to do foot baths around here. You can add it to carrier oil. And by carrier oil, I mean like a fatty oil, like olive oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil. One of my favorites is jojoba oil. It absorbs just so nicely. And so you can add rosemary to carrier oil and massage into sore muscles, or if you have, spots of inflammation, you can apply it there and help support those areas. You can also use it in like homemade hair treatments. So a lot of people do like, hair masks, apple cider vinegar and thieves cleaner, and, different things like that. So if you need some extra support up there, rosemary is a great one to do. One thing, go to the Young Living blog. So I think it's youngliving.com/blog and search for rosemary. And there is all kinds of how-to articles and what to use it for and different diffuser blends. Amazing, amazing resource. So you can also breathe rosemary in. You can add it to a diffuser. And so it goes great with citrus or florals. So I love adding it. I love adding it with orange to my diffuser or bergamot. Or, okay, now I'm doing it again. I'm blanking on all the florals. Okay, anyway, it goes great with citrus and floral. You can add 10 to 20 drops to a spray bottle, fill it with water and a dash of witch hazel to use it as an air freshener spray. Like I said, I mean, it would be a great one to combine like with orange is one of my favorites. And yeah, it uses an air freshener in the bathroom wherever you can to replace those nasty chemical filled air fresheners. You can also add it to cotton balls. So if you have stinky shoes or stinky kids, I usually use purification, which rosemary is in the purification blend. I put a couple drops on some cotton balls and I put it in the bottom of my trash can to keep my trash can smelling fresh. You can, yeah, place those cotton balls around your house or in your vehicles, in your vents. You can add it to your dryer balls and throw it in with your load. Make up a spray bottle and apply it to your plants or people to repel pests. It's a great one to use in the garden. And so you can also consume rosemary. We have a whole vitality line. So it's a white label, but it's the same oil in both bottles. You can consume it. You can add 2 to 3 drops to a vegetable capsule and fill it with carrier oil. So I like to fill mine with either olive oil or avocado oil or MCT oil and swallow them daily. Use a dietary supplement. You can add it to like chicken dishes, add it to homemade salad dressing or marinades. I like to oil pull. So you take a teaspoon to a tablespoon, depending on how much you can handle of coconut oil. Make sure it's like raw, unrefined, cold pressed coconut, organic coconut oil. And take a teaspoon to a tablespoon, add a drop to that, and then you just swish it around for the first time I did that, I made it like maybe a minute before I had to spit it out because it is not a pleasant sensation. And I have an overactive like gag reflex. So yeah, I did not make it, but I love to do it. And I have noticed a huge difference in the health of my gums and my mouth in general. So rosemary would be a great one to add to that. You can add it to homemade mouthwash, add it to vegetable dip. There's so many different things. And this is just like an overview of it. Again, so many more things you can do with it. It's my go-to a lot for, again, sore muscles and tension headaches. It's kind of the one that I reach for. I love putting it in my diffuser. I don't use it to cook so much, but that is definitely something that I want to make more marinades and salad dressings and things like that. So that is kind of an overview on rosemary. So I'm going to share a link below where you can get your own rosemary, and it will show you all of the rosemary infused products as well. So like I said, our insect repellent, which I love, our Thieves blend, our purification blend, our Juvatone supplement, which is amazing for supporting your liver and your detox system. So shop the link in the comments. When you add 100 PV to your cart, it will automatically add your 24% discount, and you can use that on that order and then any other products you need. And then when I get the notification that you have checked out and your stuff is on its way, I will add you to our groups, and they are just filled with amazing knowledge and testimonies and classes. We want you to use these to change your life. We don't just want you to purchase something just to make us money. That is not my intention. Also, when you have your own account, you get discounted shipping and rewards points from everything you order on our loyalty order system. And then you also get some extra goodies from me because I like to spoil my team. So I hope you enjoyed class tonight. Make sure you go to the Young Living blog and look up all of the rest of the stuff that they have on rosemary, because there is so much great stuff, dry brushing and detoxing. Oh, some amazing, amazing stuff.